Hello everyone, this is Alashola Omio. 1 minute. I'm just going to try and position this my camera right so I can get the right angle. Right. What can I say? I'm really sorry for being late as usual. Being weekend, I had a lot of family commitment, that I needed to attend to, and hence the reason why I'm late. So kindly pardon me. Shegun, I'm really sorry, my sweetheart. Like I said to you earlier on, like family commitment, and I thought I would, my take a shit on, but unfortunately, our plan here, they sort of, take share on cotton shit on. So therefore, pardon me, my binusi mi baba mi, Kabiyesi baba mi, my pops, forgive me, dad. Right, 1 minute, I'm just gonna try and share this on my other platform, which is Alashola. Please pardon me, beautiful people. I just 1 minute. I will be with you in a second. Right, where are we? Here I am. Okay, I'm gonna share it on Alashola. To share to Alashola on my timeline. Yeah, I think that's the one. Come on, what's going on? No, not on the. Sorry guys, I'll be with you in a second on my timeline. Yeah, that's the one. Right. Today we'll be talking about Ogunlakaye, Oshimole, Olomilile Fejewe, Olashole Ofi Mokimo Bora. There's only one Ogun. It's one of the Irumoles. And for the purpose of this video, I'm going to be talking about Ogun, the immortal being. That means when he was alive, and Ogun, the deity, Orisha, as we all know him, today. In this video, I'll try and cover as much as I can. But if there are areas of, that you felt that I didn't, touch or whatever, then you can always do more research, or you can get in contact with us here at Alashola, the intro, Ogun is an Orisha deity in Yoruba land, as according to Yoruba traditional religion. Ogun was one of the the story is probably going to change as I go along, because when you're talking about Yoruba traditional religion, there's some teaching or literature would say something about certain deity, and then some Oduifa also will say a lot of people, some people get into an argument about that. I don't do that. As far as I'm concerned, I believe, like I always say in my videos, that we're all sharing ideas, we're celebrating our Orishas, our ancestors, and so therefore, if no one, I'm not knowing all, and we could always, carry each other along, and then do that with love, and I believe as we do so, our ancestors, they'll be proud of us. I believe whatever we do, as long as we do it with love, then we'll be fine. As you guys can see me today, I'm in green, black, red, and that's Ogun's color. So I thought, okay, Ogunire call me. I'm gonna come out here today, and be a papa, Ogun, Anyway, as we were told in the Yoruba traditional religion, Ogun is a warrior and a powerful spirit of metal work as well as rum making. Ogun is the god of iron. So for the purpose of this video, like I said earlier on, I'm going to be talking about Ogun, the mortal being, and Ogun, the Orisha deity. So from what we were told, Ogun, he was the husband of Oya. First husband, actually, because we later knew from history that Oya later went on to marry my father, Shango Arabambi. Even though Shango and Ogun, they were like, close pal, but you could, there's a video I think I did about Shango you know, so you could check know about Oya, you know, yeah, Oya Oriri, you know. And then in that video, I believe I actually went in, you know, in details about, you know, what happened, you know, why she was married to Ogun, and then later on to Shango. So, but from what we were told, you know, Ogun was the first husband, you know, before Oya later went on to marry Shango. Now, in some Yoruba teaching, it was said that Ogun was the first Orisha to descend to the realm of earth. That is Ikoliaye, where we are today, you know. And then we were further told that upon arrival, Ogun was said to have cleared a path for other gods to enter planet Earth, Ikoliaye, you know, which means, you know, using a metal axe and the assistance of a dog. Now, to support this fact, in one of Ogun's praises, it's called Oshimole, meaning the first of the Orisha to come to Earth. Now, when you hear this, or you hear this teaching, because I did a video on Obatarisha, you know, as you guys know, I'm Yara Obatala Baye, you know. Hello, Roscoe, my darling. Hello, Titi Lokwe, you know. Hi, lovely people. Sorry. I'm just Ogun is in my head right now, so bear with me. And so, as I was saying, in that teaching, we were told that Obatala was actually the first Orisha to, you know, to be here on Earth, and then later on all the other Irumoles, you know, they, you know. But in this in the teaching of you know, Ogun, what we were told here was that he was the one that actually came to clear the path, you know, with his axe and the dog, you know, you know, to clear, you know. I mean, you feel free to do your own research, you know, by all means. And then I believe, for me personally, when I read stuff like that, or when I'm with my owls, and you know, we're talking about maybe about Ifa or Ifas or whatever, especially when I'm at Ilefe, which I get to do that, you know, where I always enjoy, you know, this session with my people. So, you know, this, you know, then sometimes we would even come to an argument, you know, that within the, you know, I was obviously, I mean, lovely argument, but I don't get involved when it gets like that. I just start laughing at them, you know, because I'm thinking, you know, our Orisha, then I'm sure they're not asking us to, you know, who's been here. We have the top 10 Rumoles, which Ogun is one of them, and they all are, you know, they all have their areas of, you know, duties, what they were meant to do, blah blah blah. And so therefore, Ogun being a god of iron, nobody can take that away from him. Also, other Orishas that, you know, with their own, you know, respective duties or tasks, you know, allocated to them by Olodumare. And so therefore, I mean, so that's why I don't really get into other argument per se. You know, Ogun is the god of war and the metals. When Ogun was a mortal being, Ogun was said to have been the king of Ile-Ife. Now, first king. Now, here's another, I'm not going to call it contradiction, you know, another teaching. Yeah, I think I'm comfortable with that word, teaching. You know, and then from Obatala, when you go into Obatala's history, we were told that Obatala is the first Oba Kabiyesi of Ile-Ife, you know, and then later on, lost the throne to his rival lineage, blah, blah, blah. But, you know, with this now, we've been told that here that, you know, Ogun was actually the first king of Ile-Ife, you know, clashing with the teaching where we were told Obatala was the first Oba Kabiyesi. Now, I mean, at that time, Ogun was said to have had some problem with his people. That was when he was a king. And then, you know, I believe it was along and them not showing him respect. And then, you know, I believe some fights then, you know, you know, after that, which led to war broke out. A lot of people were, you know, were killed. And then, you know, it was said that Ogun actually killed himself. But because why? I mean, he's lost the people that he was meant to be the king over. And so therefore, I mean, that was one part history. But I believe his followers today, you know, if me being one of them, you know, would be, you know, believe that, you know, Ogun actually, you know, he disappeared onto the earth surface, instead of dying. So he didn't actually die like any mortal man would, you know. Oh, wole suni, Baba wole suni, you know, and instructed his follower to come to him whenever they needed his assistance, you know. So thereby becoming a deity. So from there, I believe, for me personally, you know, that is good enough for me. You know, Ogun is celebrated in Ekiti, Oyo, Ondo, and some part of the world like Rio de Janeiro, that's in Brazil. And also, I'm in London, England here, and trust me, I love him to bits, you know, and I'm not the only one, you know, and in America also. So Ogun is, you know, very, very popular guy, you know. So Ogun is, you know, is traditional deity of warriors. So anytime, you know, we're talking about soldiers here, you know, jagun, you know, doesn't matter about Ogun Dilegoni, you know, Ogun is there, you know, is you know, deity of hunters, you know, blacksmiths, technologists, and drivers, you know. Ogun symbols are iron, the dog, and palm frond. That is Imokpe, you know. So, you know, you can see the color of Imokpe is green. You can see me in green today just to honor Ogun and celebrate him. You know, this deity, that's one of my, you know, top 10 deity that I love him so much and I respect him a great deal. You know, because several times I'll come to that in you know, in my time of need. He's actually been there for me. I'll come to that in a moment, you know, guys. You know, Ogun, like I said earlier on, Ogun symbols are iron, the dog, and palm frond. That is Imokpe. But iron is the primary emblem of Ogun Gongon, you know. Now, I was thinking earlier on, should I go into his Oriki, blah, blah, blah. That might take time for people that are, you know, familiar with my videos. I don't know, like, you know, spending over half an hour, you know, on each videos. You know, that's just, I don't know. I don't want to become boring. I personally, I get bored easily. So therefore, you know, but I thought I would come, you know, the followers of worshippers, Ogun, you know, are known to sing a song that insinuates that Ogun is in 7 paths. Now, I'm going to go into those 7 paths, and I believe, along with that, you know, is Oriki also, you know. And the first one is Ogunwalara ni Gbaja, meaning Ogunwalara, people collect dogs. That is, we're talking of sacrifice or you are appeasing the deity. You know, Ogun Ajero ni Gba Agbo. Ogun of the Ajero people collect ram. 1 minute. Ogun of the Ajero people collect ram. Ogun Ikole Agba Igbin. Ogun Ikole people collect snail. Ogun Elemono ni Gba Iṣu sísun. Ogun Elemono we collect roasted yam. Ogun Gbẹ́nàgbọ́nà ẹran ahun ní jẹ. That is, in English, Ogun of the carvers eat the tortoise. Ìjàpá. Bí kò bá gba tápà, á gba àbókí, á gba tẹ̀m̀bẹ̀rí, àbìlàlà lẹ́nu. Méje lògún, méje nìrè. Ogun onírè ọkọ mi. And I have a special one that I always do for him, that Ogun korobiti korobiti, Ogun korobiti korobiti, Ogun korobiti ko. I love him to bits. You know, for me personally, well, I mean, when you talk about Ogun, you know, my relationship with him, I mean, apart from him being best friend of my Bami Shango, I was telling a joke with Shegun. I said, back in the days, you know, that me and Ogun, we were pals. Don't say, you know, that Shegun was laughing. I was laughing as well. That he used to come to our house to eat pounded yam and drink oguro. You know, just joking, you know. But for me personally, like I was saying earlier on, the times that I felt stuff are not moving, you know, the way or direction they should be, you know, despite my effort. You know, one of the stuff that I have done is to appease Ogun, you know, and he's never failed me. You know, he would clear the path. So I see him as a road opener deity. No matter it is whatever you are going through, you know, you appease Ogun, it will clear the path. It will for you to move forward. You know, so for me, you know, is one of, that's why I said, it's one of my top 10 Orisha, you know, that I love him a great deal, you know. So he's always been there for me. He's never like let me down once, you know. but so it's my pal. You know, it's a very very of course it's because it's, you know, it's a powerful deity and a powerful man. You know, Moto, when he was alive, you know, he's got this aggressive outlook, or you know, because he's a warrior, you see. But underneath all of that, you know, from what I know personally, is also can be very passionate deity, very loving, you know, constant, you know, always there. You know, he I believe his word is his bond. If he says he's going to do something, you know, he will do it. It can be a bit of a, you know, authoritarian sometimes, you know, telling you dance, jump, blah blah blah, you know. But for me personally, is a lot of people, they don't see his how can I call this, soft side, which I do see, you know, that is him being, you know, very very cautious, you know, he for Ogun, and very loving. But I love him mostly because he's constant, you know, and what he said he will do, he will do. In the world that we live in, that people just say stuff they don't actually mean, you know. So to have a deity like that is, you know, it's a blessing, you know. At least that's my relationship. Other people may have other views, you know. You're welcome to do so, you know. For me, you know, he's a friend of my father, Arabambi. Is a road opener for me, you know, a loving friend. I told you guys earlier on, that's my padini, is my pal, you know. Back in the days, don't take, you know. Oh my God. Ogun's day is Tuesday, and his color, as you can see me today, is red. I've got my red bead on. You can see my necklace is green and black, you know. I don't have blue here, but what some of the color of Ogun is blue and marine blue also, you know. So how would you tell if you are one of the, you know, child of this Orisha? Some traits, some characteristics that they, you know, people that, you know, call themselves or you know, children of this deity, you know, or maybe you don't even know yourself, you might probably spot those traits in you. You know, I'm going to start with you know, being impetuous, that meaning impulsive. This group of people, they take action, boom, as in, you know, I mean, sometimes that could be a blessing, other time it may not be. But, you know, being impulsive is one of it. You know, they can be authoritarian. You know, they have to be the one in charge. You know, is either my way or the highway. I didn't say that though. Maybe I couldn't say that. That was coming from me. But they can be authoritarian also. But they sort of blend that with being cautious. You know, so they don't just leap into something. You know, it's a bit confusing when you say someone is impulsive and cautious at the same time. But I believe it's about finding the balance, you know. They are very, very hard-working individual, you know. So you see them at whatever they do, you know, they're always at the top of it. They would do, you know, I know Shegun is guiding Orisha is Ogun, you know, and I can tell you, you know, Shegun, even though he's my son, but it's also my father. I call him Babami because he's an old soul. And I know him, you know, sometimes I just worry that he works too much. You know, I don't know, he just, you know, he's always there, constant. I'm thinking, you know, sometimes I'll, you know, talk to him in the morning, you know, I mean, how was your night? I hope you managed to have a good night rest. And that's what I was thinking, that, you know, I hope he went to bed in time, you know. This group of people, they can be suspicious, you know, I believe that's not bad, especially in the world we live in now. You should see everybody as a suspect, you know, so that's a good trait. Now, they can be a bit selfish, you know. When you talk about being selfish, is it such a bad thing? I don't think so. Well, if it means that you think of, you know, looking after yourself first, or, you know, there's nothing bad in that, you know. So, I mean, let's be realistic here. If you're going to ignore yourself to, first of all, please other people, then, you know, maybe the person has got an issue. Or, you know, so therefore I don't actually see that to be a bad thing, you know. I even though I'm not like that, sometimes I try to train myself to be like that, to be selfish, because most of the time I'm thinking about, oh, what I would need, blah blah blah, the children, you know, almost so, you know, so I'm always forcing myself to look back and actually, you know, attend to myself. They are very fearless, you know. You can see, you know, they don't tolerate any fear at all. Very, very brave people. you know, very, very hardworking, and whatever field they are, they would be, you know, they'll be right at the top of it, you know. So I believe, you know, that's what we're going to be talking about here today, about Ogun. You know, I love him. Like I said to you, I always say to him, Ogun korobiti korobiti, Ogun korobiti korobiti, Ogun korobiti ko. I love him so much, you know. And then every time I'm at PC, especially when I'm at Ile-Ife, and then that's how I dance, you know. And I'm sure, you know, because then when we throw the kola nut down, all the four will open up. You know, so, you know, that's a good for, you know, for us here today, my beautiful people. You know, feel free to do more research. If this is Orisha, you know, strike, you know, a chord with you somehow, then come on, we're in the modern world now, technology, you know, and it's the deity of technology, you know, technologists also, you know, do more research, read books, you know, spend time with people that actually know what's going on, you know. And then I believe, you know, together, you know, why we're here, like I always say to you, you know, I'm not a religious person. I'm a spiritual kind of being, you know. So that's why you see me. I love all the Orishas, and they love me also. So the feeling is mutual, you know. Because why I always believe in what I can feel, what I can, you know, what is real to me, instead of somebody reading something I cannot relate to, you know. So I mean, I haven't said that. Everyone has got their own path. This is just my path, and there's a beautiful one. I'm so proud of it. I'll come back. We may not be today to talk to you guys about our forthcoming tour to Osogbo. I'll probably do that in another video, you know, so that for people that would love to come with us, you know, it will be probably going to be 10 days. I believe the festival is about a period of 2 weeks. But you know, I've got like a, you know, accommodation arranged, you know, transportation, feeding, people can, you know, sort themselves along with that. Security is no problem, you know. I'll come out and talk about that later on. That's going to be in August, but I just believe that August is a very peak time when you're buying tickets to travel. So that's why I'll roll that out today. Actually, Shegun rolled it out this morning, you know, so that people can, you know, I've got limited space, like I said, you know, and so already I believe I've got like 4 people already, you know, from Ireland, you know. And then, you know, I believe I've only got space for, I was telling Shegun, 5 to 10 max, you know, because I would want us to actually enjoy ourselves, you know, not only you know, from Osogbo is not far from Ile-Ife, that we will also go to Ile-Ife. Ile-Ife is where I'm actually, you know, so, and I believe it's about less than 30 minutes drive from Ile-Ife to Osogbo, you know, so which we can do that every day, you know. It's going to be a fun time, you know, fun memory, you know. So I'll come out. It may not be today, like I said, to talk about that trip, you know, stuff that we're going to be doing on the trip, but I'll come out at some time and I will talk about the trip. So thank you guys for joining me for this video. Like I always say to you, it's always a pleasure, you know, every time I'm out here on Alashola spiritual, because Shegun actually it may has the name Alashola, but Shegun is actually the one in charge of it. Even I have to ask him sometimes, what should we post that? You know, but I know each and every time I come out here and I see you beautiful people, you know, it's always a fun time for me, you know. So it's so lovely spending this wonderful time with you. Also, I would wanted to, you know, talk about what I do. As you guys are aware that I'm a spiritualist, you know, I'm into herbs, stones, and oil, you know, all the living consciousness, you know, the universe has blessed us with. You know, if you're like a crossroad, you want to, you know, do like a divination, you know, maybe stuff are not clear to you where you are in life. You know, we have Ifa Opele. Ifa, you know, is always accurate. Orumila will never lie to us. It will point us, you know, the right direction on where to proceed, you know. And also, you know, we have Erin the Logo, you know, that's a favorite of my mother, Orisha, you know, so we have all these tools to help us for, you know, while we are here. You know, if you're like your life is sort of stagnant, you know, general life issues, i.e. professional life, your private life, or you know, give us a shout here, and Alashola spiritual, and together we will resolve it, you know. If you have business, you know, stuff are slowing down, no customer, blah blah blah, call us and, you know, it will be resolved. Marital issue, relationship problems, you know, love matters, you know, whatever it is, court case, litigation, you know, litigation issue, immigration issue, general health issues, You know, we cater for all of that here at Alashala Spiritual. You know, we also have one-to-one spiritual counseling. That is, a lot of the time, I'm coming out with workshop that I've got a lot planned now. You know, next topic we're going to be doing is read the logo. You know, some people, they don't know who their Orisha is of their head. You know, you want to find out. That's where we have a counseling session. You know, call in. You know, together we will resolve it. You will not be lost. This journey, we will walk it together, and it will be, you know, a fun trip. You know, so that's all I am going to be talking here today, my beautiful people. I don't know when I'm going to come out to talk about the trip to Osogbo, but it's going to be before next week, Saturday. It might be during the week. I'll see when Shegun is free. And then, Adedumola, how are you, Nifemi? It's been a while. Oranti Yeleni. Oh, Ganio. Okay. It's good to see you, baby. I've missed you. I love you still. You know, mommy come. Call me, love me. So that's what we're going to be talking here today, my beautiful people. I'm sorry that I was late. You know, like I said to you, I had family commitment. I thought I would finish earlier on, and you know, so I'm really, pardon me, please. You know, I love you. I love you. I love you guys, and I will see you during the week to talk about Osogbo trip. You know, the tour. I love you guys. Bye bye.